Welcome to round one of my team update. I had a good week. I got ranked top 2000, which was good. Could have been better, but a lot of things went right and not a lot went wrong. My week personally was not great. My weekend. So the Crows lost. They don't look in great shape at the moment. I lost my tennis grand final on Saturday, which sucked. It was my first grand final in 9 years. I think I've lost about 6 prelims or semi-finals, and we finally get to the grand final, lose. Oh well. And I've kind of been sick this weekend, but I'm fine. So check out my team. So yeah, 2398, 2,398. I scored this week, ranked 1945, which is a good result, competitive result. Start in defense. Now Laird, I put Laird in for Savage at the last minute. Looks like it was a good decision, but Savage, I think he's looking okay this year, so not bad. Riley Bonner was good, really good. He might be a must-have. And defenders did okay. Corey Ellis is on notice. He was awful. He played like a deer in the headlights against Carlton. He was scared of the ball, so we don't tolerate that in my Terror Squad. That's my team name, Jordan's Terror Squad. And Terror Squad doesn't tolerate this at all. So if he's dropped, he's gone. If he's not dropped, he might be gone. Depends on how I feel. We might need a restructure, so we'll see what happens. And the midfield, Mitchell is captain. Man, that was a good decision. And man, I'm happy I have Mitchell, because he's going to be tough. If you don't have him, it's going to be nearly impossible to get him in this year. All around did pretty well. Matt Crouch, 41 touches, 105. I don't understand. That must be the lowest score ever for 41 touches, surely. And Nat Fife, man, he sucked. But you gotta hold him, see what happens. He did grab his hamstring at one point, and that was a little concern. Maybe he wasn't feeling 100%. So, and Freo couldn't get near the ball, so hold Nat Fife. But right now, if I have to upgrade someone to Dangerfield, and I somehow happen to have the cash, Nat Fife will be the one. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. But he's the most expendable at the moment. But definitely hold him. He should be a lot better next week. Luke Parker was so good, and Cripps was good. Canelio was really good. So these are my 3 value picks, Canelio, Parker, and Cripps, and they all scored way above what they would usually score, which was really good. And then I kind of stuffed up here, Kelly and Holman on the bench. One of them had to be on the bench, but because like most people would have had these two on field, especially Kelly, that kind of sucks. So that's what happens when you pick too many mid premiums. So I'll learn that for next year, but it's too late now. Other than that, but premiums did pretty well, so I don't mind. Rucks, Goldstein. Man, Brad Scott put Ben Brown in the ruck in the 4th quarter, and I think Goldstein got 1 point in the 4th quarter. So disappointing, but he looks good nonetheless. And Witz is actually a good ruckman, so he did alright. And then Gorn, everyone has. Forward line, Walters, he'll be better in the long run. Fremantle could barely get a touch. I think Port had 450 more Supercoach points than Fremantle. Jared Ruff had tested my patience. He was on 20 at 3/4 time, and that was only because of dodgy. He was awarded a dodgy contested mark. So, yeah, I'm thinking that I put in Tim English for Roughhead and upgrade Norton or Ellis to Lloyd or Simpson. I'm thinking, only because I think we need Tim English, and man, I think I need a restructure in Roughhead. He looked really bad. He'll be better next week, but again, Terror Squad doesn't tolerate 20 points at 3/4 time, so that's not good enough. McLean was good. Libba's gone down. I feel so bad for Libba. That's his 2nd ACL. And dog supporters. Imagine doing a pre-season and then a whole grueling pre-season just for an ACL. That sucks. But McLean, he looks really solid this year, so that's good. Smith was good. Sicily was really good, but he's going to be up and down. We know that. So, yeah. And then the rookies were fine. I would play Garlett the next few weeks because Carlton have a really easy draw, like super easy. So, looks good so far. I'm going to look at my agenda. It's pretty detailed. So Franklin, do we bring him in? No, it's too late. Maybe in a couple rounds if he somehow drops in price, but he's probably going to be the #1 forward this year. No Kurt Tippett, and Sydney are looking better than last year. So Franklin looks good, but you can't bring him in after a 170 something. So oh well. Now Cade Simpson scored 150. He looks like he's playing the Doherty role of just floating around in the defensive half, just picking up all the disposals. I'm not sure. He's 33 or 34, but if he's playing that Doherty role, then we might have to have him. I'm not sure yet. It's a tough call. If you want to bring him in because you think he's going to be Doherty and average 105, 110, then it could be good, but it's a tough decision. I might bring him in this week just to be really aggressive. We'll see what happens. I don't think, even though you're chasing points if you trade him in, I don't think it's a bad thing in this case, because we know what happens. Like, Carlton defenders get a lot of the ball. It's going to be in their defensive half a lot, and Simpson looks like the man for that. I might get him in. It'll be out of him and Lloyd that I trade in. So Zach Merritt, knocked out, hold him. If he misses a week, hold him. Don't trade him. Libba, that sucks. Straight to Canelio, probably. Bontempelli, man, he sucked. He'll be better this week because he plays West Coast. So, but I don't think he's a premium. So I'd hold him for another week. And if you have a luxury trade, I'd get rid of him. I know you're not supposed to trade your premiums, but I don't think he's a premium. I think he's a sub-premium. He's never averaged over 105, I don't think. Maybe 107 he averaged. I can't remember. Never averaged 110. It doesn't look like it this year, so I think he's a bad pick. That's just what I think. If you think he's going to do better than that, then hold him. But if you have a spare trade, I would get rid of him because I think he's a bad pick. Simple as that. And Lysette has to go. You stuffed up, unfortunately, if you picked him. You can't risk copping 30s and 40s and 50s. He's missed a year, so definitely get rid of him. That's it really. So my trades this week. Nate, saving trades is important because last year I was ranked 2000 in rank 21, and ranked in round 23 I was ranked 9,000 because I ran out of trades for donuts. So don't want to be too aggressive, but I just think I need a restructure. So bring English in. English should play. He needs to play. The Dogs need a blood youth this year. And then in defense we'll bring in, it'll be Simpson or Lloyd. I'm not sure yet. Say Simpson. Next week, hopefully no trades. I'm going to miss out on Lachlan Fogarty. And if Norton gets another 20, then he might have to go to Zach Guthrie or something. But other than that, that's it from me. Just quickly, I'll touch on the cricket. So I think it's good. I don't care for cricket. I'm Italian. But I think it's good that cheating is so frowned upon in this country, because in Italy, it's normal. Like, say in the soccer, in the Champions League, if two teams need a draw for them to both go through, so another team gets out, you can put your house or your life or your religion or everything that there'll be a draw if there's an Italian team involved. Because that's what they do. That's what we do as Italians. We cheat, we match fix, we look for shortcuts, we make excuses, we hide things. That's what we do. In Australia, it's like disgusting to do that thing. But you look at Italy, like even like the Prime Minister there has links to the mafia, and he owns AC Milan, and he hosts like orgies and stuff, which is disgusting. With people that are like 50 years younger than him. So that's Italy for you. So I think it's good that cheating is highlighted here, because it is disgusting. And the Australian team, they didn't hide it very well. So they need to take some lessons from the Italians when it comes to cheating, because if you're going to do it while you're out there, where there's cameras everywhere, that's a disgrace to cheating. Also a disgrace to Australia. That's my thoughts on that anyway. So that's it from me. Good luck next week. Obviously you want to hold your premiums, but I guess if you want to trade any, just make a call, make an assumption that maybe you made a bad decision, or you might miss out on someone. So ideally you use no trades, but I need a restructure because my defense was too light, and I wouldn't be chasing Buddy. I am chasing Simpson sort of thing, but I'm just assuming that he's going to average 105 because of Sam Doherty's injury. Maybe it doesn't work out, maybe it works out. We'll see what happens. Other than that, good luck.